Hey, hello. Hey, is the sound? Oh, it's on mute. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Hey, is the sound? Oh, it's on mute. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So, what should I do? What should I do? Okay, now let's finally start. It's probably a third try, but never mind. Anyway, so this stream is about a book that I'm writing, and I'm gonna stream it. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go ahead and check for some of the ideas that I wrote down. Okay. So, where should I start? And 5 and 3. Okay. Let me actually translate it for you first. Sometimes I write it down in Ukrainian. So let me just translate it real quick. Let me go to DeepL and then right here. Okay. Nestor decides to leave the courtyard for a while. Not the courtyard, but the court itself. The courtyard for a while, but to visit his son. But he visits his son regularly. Ariel decides to reconcile with him. Okay. Nestor decides to sell a prototype to Queen Lover because it will get him to his son faster. Ariel decides not to talk to Queen Lover about what is really bothering her, and she decides that she made a mistake. She slowly gets out of her bed, decides to teleport to Nestor. Okay. Now, as I've decided before, this is basically when the character, let me just real quick, index 2, okay. this is actually where the character decides that she is wrong and she shouldn't do it. And the N5 is basically a repetition of it. So this is where we have a situation when the death, let me actually remove my headphones. This is actually when the main character, evil villain, is when the character is being faced with the death adventure. This is when the self-deception of the character makes them vulnerable to death. This is basically a repetition of N4, but in a more highlighted manner, when the character has to fight for their lives because of her flaw. Now let me translate it too. Decides to invite him to her house. Okay. So we should move it to a different place. It should happen between here and 4.5, let's say. Something like this. And now for logos we will move it right here and 4.5. Okay. And we will, wait a second, so let me just copy and then paste it. There it is. Okay, so first, as a consequence, Nestor decides to leave the court. No, let's move it like this. So, let me cook for a while. Decides to reconcile with him. Yes, Ariel decides to tell him, emphasizing that she is queen. Ariel decides to have an affair with him, but not to tell Nestor about it. Okay. And finally, this one. Ariel decides to give him a chance to prove himself as a strategist, so she easily flirts with him to do something heroic. No, okay. Now let's remove it. So 4.5 should be as a consequence of this, and it should happen like this. Okay, so remove this and now move it like this. Okay, so Nestor comes to Mirage and asks if he can spend night. Ariel doesn't come over up until this point. Decides. Okay. Now, what should we do? Oh, right. This is what I wanted to figure out. So, they reconcile. Now, basically, the house is burned. The house of Mirage basically is completely burned. Let me actually open my stream real quick. I want to check if the sound is actually working. Let me actually open my stream real quick. I want to check. Now, what should we do? Oh, right. This is what I wanted to figure out. So, okay, good. It works. Let's say yes. So their common house is now burnt. Mirage and her children, or not her children, but her sorry, I really wanted to sneeze, but it didn't happen. Anyway. Wait, how do you call it correctly? Like, how do you call a foster house? Hold on a second. How do you call a house where foster home? Okay. So Mirage lives in a different house than the foster house, but I wanted to have an effect on those children. How do I do it? 1 second. I'm trying to increase the size of this font so that you can see it better. Anyway, when people will start coming to the stream, then I'll just ask you, the future you, if it's good for you. Okay, it may affect the recording, but I think it's fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's fine. So 1 second, I will just check it. If the font size is good enough. I mean, it's fine, so the resolution is good enough to see it. Anyway, it will be, yeah, I think it's fine for now. Anyway, so it's here, the font size is present. Didn't I hide? Okay, good. Anyway, So basically, let me write it or read it out loud. Mirage has always loved children. It was passed down to her from her mother, who always treated them with special love. For her, loving children was so normal and commonplace that she used to wonder why there were adults in the world who did not love children. Not because it was some kind of conscious rule or ideal for her, but because it was an unspoken tradition that she had been handed down from her own mother. At first, she did not hide the fact that she wanted to have many children from anyone at court. Okay, this is an incorrect translation. The point is that she wanted to have children and she didn't hide it from anyone in the court. But when she saw that her views were sometimes met with zero enthusiasm, she decided to stop sharing this obvious desire so openly. Nevertheless, when she met children of traders or travelers who had become orphans due to travel misfortunes, she was happy to take them into her own orphanage, which she had built with her own money. We'll leave the details of how this happened for now, but as of now there are 5 children living in her orphanage. And now, after N5 happened, they had a fight with some kind of villain, and now their house of Mirage was burnt down. But I think it's gonna be a different house, so she doesn't live with her children in the same house. Okay, yes, otherwise it would conflict with other storylines. Okay, but what we can do about it? I think so we can put them aside, but I want to make a scene when Ariel somehow compensates for the damage that she's done, because evil villain girl appeared because of Ariel's mistake. Should I include children here at all? That's the question. I think we will leave them for now. So I can make this fight so that during this fight they destroy the house of Mirage and the house of the basically the foster house. So during a fight, the evil villain girl and Ariel, they shift their position to the foster house for some reason. Because let's say Mirage lives in a small city and they just kind of destroy a lot of parts of the city. But I think it would be unnecessary information. So this conflict should be focused on Nestor and Mirage and Ariel. Yes, you can include Foster House here, but it doesn't click perfectly. You know, it doesn't combine. I have to find some kind of accidents that make it so that the foster house is destroyed too. And I don't want to make those jumps. Okay, so let's say that the foster house isn't destroyed. It's fine. But Mirage's house is destroyed. And now Ariel tries to compensate for what she's done. Let's actually include it. Where should I include this part? Maybe we'll create some kind of storyline between that covers the question of having children, and we will make Ariel and Mirage somehow argue about it. But that's a bit for later. For now, let's just include it somewhere right here. So okay, so like this, or maybe okay. Let's include it like this. So let's actually do it for Mirage. I think that would be interesting. So Mirage, we will create a storyline for her, something like this. So, and this is gonna be the storyline of B. So when you know you should have a child with a man, something like this. So this will discuss when should you have a child with a man. Simple enough. And let's name it like this. Move it. When you should have a child. So this is distress. So the distress is that Mirage wants to have children, but she should not. Now that's an okay, this is how we're gonna combine it. So let's do it like this. Let me cook for a while, and I will explain what I want to do. Okay, there it is. So those are the self-deceptions of Mirage. Let's write them down right here. So like this. B. If you focus on your own self-improvement, then people will come over to you. No, marketing and networking is important. Which makes Mirage kind of lonely. She doesn't have a lot of friends, and it makes her desperate at finding the right man, because she doesn't know really about how do you properly approach a person, how do you have a conversation with them, how do you make a proper relationship with them. And in return it makes her desperate at having children, because she is scared that she cannot find the right person, because she is bad at networking, she is bad at meeting people. Yes. Now I saw this as a different thing. There it is. Now let's make Ariel to have the opposite opinion, the opposite self-deception. So Mirage, self-deceptions, okay, like this. No. Okay, anyway, so yes, Ariel, Betty, Nestor, Javen, Extra. Okay, perfect. Ariel will have a separate, an opposite self-deception. She will have deceptions that Ariel that she shouldn't have to make a relationship work if it's your yes, I think so. That doesn't exclude the fact that she is very good at manipulating people, she is very good at making people do whatever she wants, and but she is convinced that if she's convinced that to create a true family, to find this perfect person, she should not make any effort, because it would basically mean that she is manipulating them, and she doesn't want them to love her because she made them love her. She wants them to just love her as she is, which turns her into believing this self-deception. Okay. Now this would be very interesting, by the way, so let me write it down before I forgot. So Ariel, Mirage and Ariel having an argument. Okay, so I will have two storylines, something like this. There it is. And I will make it so that Ariel cannot form a proper relationship with Mirage because she isn't trying, you know. But I'll describe it a bit later. Just 1 second. Anyway, I want to show you something. Let me just 1 second to open it up. Okay. Let me actually hide it for 1 second and then save, and then let me go to downloads and then like this, open it up like this. There it is. Okay. So I wanted to show you this image, and this is a concept that I've generated with Midjourney. Yes, it's called Midjourney, and basically we will use her as some kind of villain. I don't know what kind of, but it will probably be related to some kind of motherhood problems, or like motherhood questions, and she will be the villain that will push Mirage or Ariel towards improving at that area. Maybe we'll have a family of like puppets that this villain is controlling, or maybe something like this, something that was in Demon Slayer in season 2, I think. So when there was this villain, this spider villain, how do you call him? Demon Slayer, spider, demon. Yeah, this one. So I want to create something like this, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, I need to groom it much more. Anyway. Okay. So. Good. Good. Okay, what time is it? 1:20 p.m. Okay, let's actually write it down, a few ideas for now. And for now, I think I will end this stream because I think it's okay for test stream, for the first test stream. It's live. How much time was it live? Let me just open up my stream real quick. 45 minutes, so not bad. Not bad. Anyway, I think I'll become virtuous. So we're gonna have some kind of storyline where Ariel and Mirage are trying to make peace with each other. But I'm not sure how to present it yet. Okay, I think that's it. So let's yeah, so leave a like if you liked it, because I need to know if people like this kind of content, and then I will probably stream some more. I don't know when, but I will stream from, I think, the same place, or maybe I will generate some other ideas and then I will stream again. Okay, bye.